Okay, so we're looking at the really difficult half diminished pentatonic here in the C box, using the C box here. So here's our C box. If we had the capo on, we would play this shape C. Okay, and this is where the pentatonic that I've chosen to be our root shape, our half diminished pentatonic. Okay, so just here's our trusty string shapes. All right, so starting from C, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5 again. You know, so we went C, we went up, we went down again, and back up. From those string shapes, we just select these two notes out of each of the string shapes. So what it boils down to is, first let's look at, and I fixed this today, so I want to show you this. We've got a circle in our scope here, right? We've got the circle of half diminished pentatonic string shapes. Now it's going to work for any of the 5 cage shapes, C, A, G, E, or D. You know, and you can kind of draw a star like that. I mean, so this thing is starting to look like, you know, a telescope. But every other letter in the cage shape, in the circle of string shapes, rather, every other letter, it like forms a star like that. So I guess there's a star on the way of our planet. That was leading up. You knew that was coming, right? All right, so this, now we can apply these little modularized string shapes to any of the 5 caged or pentatonic scale, C, D, E, and then G, A. C, D, E, G, A. Okay, you can apply any of these to put them together to make a half diminished pentatonic in the 5 caged positions. So let's do that. C is going to be, now you can hardly see, but I want to just zoom in here on them first so we can look at them. Because we have the dash, dash, dash. That means don't play note out of 4 frets. So each one, this is actually 5 frets. So the C is going to be 3 dash 4 dash dash. By the way, that's a mistake. Okay, because there's no there's no dash. Okay, sorry about that. So we had time to kind of fix that temporarily right now, rather than just stop the whole lesson. But you can see how you know, we have to fix these things on the fly, because I have backed them up like 4 or 5 different places, and I like to get my backups all together. So here we have 4 frets for the C string shape. Sorry about the extra dash there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to play the 3 and the 4, and we're, say, in the key of C, we're going to play the E and the F, and no play the F sharp, no play the G. Okay, and the reason why we're not playing the G is because it's not even in the 7 half diminished, you know, the B half diminished 7th chord. Okay, now we look at the 7. I just want you to see this. Good thing we took a close look at it. And by the way, we're going to need to fix the other side too. Okay, I saved it down. Also fix the circle of half diminished tonic triads too. So here we go. The C shape is going to be 3 4 dash dash. Alright, so it's just 3 4, that's it. Moving to the G shape, which would be on top of it, it's just going to be 6 dash 7 dash. So the G shape normally being 6 7 root. We're not going to hit the root, believe it or not. So it's just 6 and 7. So it's a weird scale. Okay, and then on top of the G, we're going to have 2 3 4. We play the entire G string shape. 2 2 3 4. Okay. Moving up to the A string, we're just going to play the 6, not the 5 6, the 6, and this is in the pentatonic now. It's not in just the triad. We've got these single notes. Okay, so in the E, we're going to play the 7 and the 2, which is nice. That's kind of like the backbone of the half diminished, right? Okay, but you know, in context, I'm sure we're in context by now because it's just a minor third. And then 3 4 again. So zoom out a little bit on it. If we can keep it in our sights, it goes 3 4 6 7 2 3 4 6 7 2 3 4. Okay, so that's that, and I can play it on the piano too. Would be whoops, went up a little too high there and missed my F. So there it is, a half diminished pentatonic. Okay, and you know, you could go ahead and say that would have been the C position. Okay, and the other positions would just be similar. And let's look at that. So I've got here a chart under construction here, but we're going to use this chart for an important substitution concept to make things easier. So here's that C, okay, and then this is the substitution column. So I mean, we could just take a quick look at this substitution where we've got in the C box we have the E-shaped F, so we can just substitute that E-shaped position or cage. So we're actually awarding the E shape its own, you know, the fourth its own root, but in a pentatonic or a tritonic scale only. So I'm working on that, but I want to show you. Then we have our A shape. We could get to that. We should get to that. That's why I have this partial chart up here, not because I have this on yesterday's chart. So we do the A shape. We'd just be starting with the A cage first, you know. So we'd start with the 6 there, and then we'd go 7 2, and then 3 4, and then 6 7. Warp up for 2 3 4, and 6. Okay. Okay, so that's really a rich scale, because if you think about it, the B half diminished seventh, here's B half diminished, here's B half diminished seventh. We're doing that scale, but we're also adding in the third. So it sounds a little mushy when you play it as a chord, but so do pentatonic scales. You know, they sound a little mushy. It's just you're adding another minor to the half diminished.